Hello Gemini, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. How are you guys? This is a love reading, actually a love and life reading, focused on the first half of September, September 1st through the 15th, 2019. General, as always, guys, it will not resonate with every single Gemini out there, so please do take from this reading whatever makes sense for you and release the rest. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in that, all of that information is down below in the description box, and I'll also have a list of all of the card decks that are typically featured on my readings. All right, guys? So Gemini, let's go ahead and start this reading off with some focus messages. The two decks that I've chosen for this particular reading is by Waite Tarot, Infinity Oracle, and then we're going to use the Moonology card deck. So first, let's start with Infinity Oracle, and let's tap into your energies, Gemini, for this first half of September, and let's grab a couple of focus messages for you from this deck. So angels and spirit guides for my Geminis, please, for the collective, please bring forward the focus messages from the Infinity Oracle that Gemini needs to be made aware of at this time. So Gemini, what is happening in love and life? I'm going to fan these out. And let's choose a couple of them. Wow, look at this. Meant to be. So for some of my Geminis, the person that you're focusing on for this particular reading, you certainly feel as though you guys are meant to be, regardless of the fact of whether you guys are together at this time, or more than likely what I'm tapping into here is that you're in separation from this person. You guys are meant to be. Whether you identify more with a soulmate connection or a twin flame connection, it does not matter. It doesn't have to have a label. In your heart, you know that regardless of the fact that you guys are not together at this time, more than likely, you're meant to be. Wow. Let's grab one more. Staying focused. So perhaps for some of my Geminis, it's been very difficult for you to stay focused on whatever is happening in your day-to-day, because possibly you might be thinking about this person that you are in separation from, and it's been very difficult for you to stay focused, possibly when you're at work or when you're busy doing other things and you're just getting distracted because your mind continues to go back to this person that you're either missing. You still have a lot of love for this person, possibly, you know, feeling meant to be. That's pretty major emotions and feelings there. All right, so let's grab an additional focus message from the Moonology card deck. For Gemini, please, angels and spirit guides, for the first half of September, the 1st through the 15th. All right, guys, so let's grab one additional focus message here from the Moonology card deck. What do you need to release? What do you need to release, Gemini? That's tapping into the waning moon energy. Okay, so of course, the answer to that question is different for every single person tuning in. We all have parts of our life that are challenging us, and there are certain aspects of it that we need to let go of. Perhaps it's been a struggle for you to release certain things from your life, and that's coming through to let you know that that's trying to grab your attention for the first half of September. Okay, so let's start off, guys, with the Twin Flame Shadows deck by Mystic Moon, and this delves into the darker aspects of a connection, what might be challenging the relationship, especially if you guys are at a distance from each other. You know, clearly what's coming through here is that you're meant to be with this person, but what I'm focusing on here is that more than likely you are in separation from this person, Gemini. So let's take a look and see what is in the shadows of the situation. When something is in the shadows, you're either not aware of it, or there are certain aspects of it that are being hidden. So let's take a look at that. You know, let's see what needs to come through here. We're starting off with some sort of warning coming through here. So let's add to that and let's see what type of warning this message is coming through with. Perhaps part of that warning is tapping into the energy of this focus card. What do you need to release? Perhaps you haven't had a chance to do that quite yet. Emptiness energy is coming through for those of you, again, who are thinking about a particular someone that you have a lot of love for. More than likely, you are in separation from this individual. And without their presence in your life, you know, they are definitely leaving some sort of void in your heart, and it's causing you to feel that emptiness inside you. They definitely fulfilled you. Judgmental. Someone's being judged in this scenario here, or perhaps somebody feels that they have been judged unfairly. This could either be you, Gemini, or someone that you're thinking about for this reading. It's interesting, though. I never noticed this before, since we do have feminine energy from that card. So perhaps for what I'm feeling here is for my divine masculine Geminis, there might be a divine feminine that you're thinking about that may, what I'm tapping into here is that that divine feminine may have been unfairly judged somehow. So we'll dig a little deeper and let's see what all that is about. There's this cold energy coming forward here. Part of that cold energy I'm feeling is that because you guys are in separation, the relationship is running cold at the moment because you guys are not together. So there's this cold energy because you guys are in separation from each other. That could also be interpreted to be that even though you feel that this person that you have in mind, that you guys are meant to be with each other and that you belong together, perhaps they're ghosting you at the moment, or just because you guys are not in each other's lives, there's this feeling that either they're giving you the cold shoulder. There's some sort of energy there where perhaps things were really hot between you guys before. I forget which sign I did a reading for where that was a similar energy. I think it was Virgo, but don't quote me on that. But very similar energy from another reading that I did for this first half of September. If you're a cross watcher and run across that, it might resonate with you. But there's a cold energy here between you and this person, Gemini. Yes, no action at this time. The interesting part about that is I'm feeling that there is no action, not because the desire is not there for you to want to be with this person, because from your standpoint, you feel that you guys belong together. But there are certain things in your life that are trying to grab your attention with this warning card coming through. There's certain aspects, certain connections that you've made in your life. Perhaps they've been karmic partnerships or toxic connections, people that don't mean you well or have your well-being in mind. And those are the relationships that you need to release. Until you do those things, then this person that you ultimately want to be with, you know, energetically, they're having a difficult time coming towards you because there's still some other chapters of your life, perhaps some loose ends that you need to tie up, especially if you are involved with someone else or if there was a third-party situation for some of you guys. There's a reason for that non-action. All right, so let's grab some tarot. Let's add to this, guys, with some tarot messages. So angels and spirit guides for Gemini, please. What else do we need to know for the first half of September in love and life? So this is delving into other aspects of your life, Gemini, not just in regard to your romantic connections. So let's take a look and see if it'll address other parts of your life that are either being challenged or needs focus. And part of that focus message, it does say staying focused. Perhaps I'm feeling you're having a little bit of trouble in staying focused in regard to certain aspects of your life that need attention right now, because what you're mainly focusing on and what I'm feeling here is that there's somebody that you are in separation from and you can't stop thinking about them. You're still missing this person. You still have a lot of love in your heart for this individual possibly, but there's that cold energy. Somebody's feeling empty here because you guys are not together. All right, let's grab some tarot to add to this. What else do we need to know for Gemini, please, angels and spirit guides? What else do we need to know, please, for my Geminis? We've got a Knight of Wands coming through here, but I do feel that was trying to come up in reverse, so that's how I'm going to read that. The Wands energy is fire energy. So for some of you guys, you might be thinking about a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius. Okay, so this is a Knight that is in motion, very passionate, very energetic, loves adventure. In regard to a romantic connection, this Knight is very indicative of lust. Okay, this is somebody that I feel, Gemini, you might be very attracted to, especially for my divine feminines tuning in. There might be a fire sign that you're thinking about that you normally would associate with feeling very passionate with this person, but it is coming up reversed here. So this is somebody that might have a temper, I'm feeling. Somebody who could be a little bit impulsive in how they choose to conduct themselves. They could be a little bit reckless as well. Perhaps that's part of the warning here that's coming through. And if you're associating with that or resonating with that, Gemini, especially again, if you are divine feminine, perhaps this is a relationship that has run its course and it's time for you to release this person. And that's possibly preventing the relationship that you're truly meant to be with from moving forward. That's part of the reason why there is no action here. Perhaps they're tapping into that and know that you're currently not available to be with them. That's a possibility. We have the Eight of Pentacles coming through here. So that's earth energy. For some of my Geminis, you might be connecting with a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus. The Eight of Pentacles is tapping into changes that are happening in your life. For those of you who are either in school or wanting to pursue further education, it's certainly tapping into that. And if you have been on the fence on whether you should go for it or not, this is coming through to let you know that you absolutely should do it and you'd be very successful at it. Absolutely. You know, this is something that you're very passionate about. And I'm tapping into Pentacles energy here, guys. So your finances, your livelihood, your well-being in regard to your career, your job, whatever it is that brings you these coins, that's what you're focusing on for some of you guys. Or perhaps you've lost focus on that, which is why we've got that card coming through of staying focused, reminding you that in order to reap the rewards of all of this hard work and dedication that you're putting into this, you got to remain focused. All right. What else, please, for Gemini? And the angels just gave me a message for you, Gemini, that you have to love what you're doing, especially by way of your career. Otherwise, it's just going to feel like a job rather than something you're passionate about. So that's a message for some of you guys. We now have the Nine of Pentacles. So we've got more Pentacle energy coming through here, more Earth energy for some of you guys. So I really do feel that for some of my Geminis, the person that you are meant to be with is an Earth sign, a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus. That is what I'm feeling there. And part of that Nine of Pentacles energy is being grateful for what you have in your life, especially in regard to your finances and your material possessions and what it is that you have in your life to be able to provide for yourself, for your loved ones, your family, for those of you guys who have families. And this could also be tapping into reckless spending, spending a little bit too much, spending everything you've got before you even get paid, that type of energy. So that's something to, once again, stay focused on and to not overextend yourself. You know, because definitely tapping into the fruits of your labor. You're a very hard worker and you are compensated for that labor, but you know, you don't want to overextend yourself financially. That's coming through. What else, please, for my Geminis? What else do we need to know for the first half of September, please? In love, in life. We've got the King of Cups. King of Cups, we've got water energy on the board here. So for some of you guys, it's a Cancer, a Scorpio, or Pisces that you are connecting with. My King of Cups is very emotionally balanced, as well as very compassionate. This particular king is in control. He knows what he wants, especially in regard to love. And I do feel for some of my divine masculines tuning in, you know, it may have taken the divine masculine a good minute to figure out ultimately who it was that he wanted. But once clarity was able to come to him, he was able to figure out who it was that he ultimately wanted in his heart, in his life, which is why we've got that meant to be energy coming forward there. For some of you guys, I feel that there had to be a separation from this person you're thinking about, Gemini, in order for you to fully appreciate the value of the connection that you guys had when you were together. And sometimes that takes distance and separation or something painful and devastating to happen in a connection in order for you to truly appreciate what that person offered to you by way of their presence and their love for you. Because I do feel here, Gemini, that the person you're thinking about, you have a lot of love for this individual and they have a lot of love for you. That's what I'm tapping into here. And I don't know why I keep thinking of the Virgo reading, because I believe there was Gemini energy there. So the person that you're thinking about could be a Virgo or, again, an earth sign. But it doesn't have to be. I'm guided to mention that. But it doesn't have to be. All right, we've got a couple cards flying up in the reverse, though. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, again, reversed. And then we've got the Three of Cups, reversed. So we have more earth energy and more water energy. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody who is jealous, somebody who could be a little bit too smothering, somebody who could come off of being a little bit self-centered. So Gemini, if there's somebody that you're thinking about that fits that description, it could be tapping into this Queen of Pentacles reversed, especially if they happen to be a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. But I do feel for some of you guys, you know, there is also an earth sign that you feel is the one that is for you. So it really depends on how it is resonating with you. It's either a blessing or a curse, this person. But obviously, those of you who feel this person is a blessing, that's the person that you're tapped into and want to be with, feeling that you guys are meant to be. And there are others of you who are tapping into that, and this person is just smothering you. Perhaps you just want a little bit of distance from this individual, regardless of the fact that you might have love for this person, but they just need to give you a little bit of time and space to just figure things out, or just to have time to yourself. Because it is coming forward with that smothering energy. And now we've got the Three of Cups in the reverse as well. that is overindulgence, somebody who loves to gossip. It's also isolation. So if you know somebody who's been gossiping behind your back, it's tapping into that as well. This is somebody who is overindulging as well, more than likely overindulging in drinking too much. So somebody might have a drinking problem here. So that you're either tapping into that for yourself, Gemini, or it's the person that you are thinking about for this reading that's coming through. Okay, so let's add to this, guys, with some romance angels messages, and let's see what else needs to come through for this reading for you. So angels and spirit guides for my Geminis, please, what else do we need to know for the first half of September? Let's see what else needs to come through for you. In love, in life. Well, these particular cards, though, tapping into love and relationships, romance. So let's take a look and see. We do have a honeymoon. Okay, so some of you guys may have either recently gotten married, or for those of you guys who are in a love connection already, feeling as though you're on this honeymoon phase. So certainly some of you guys are already in connection with this person that you feel you are meant to be with, okay? And perhaps that's why it's been very difficult for you to stay focused on anything else, because you're throwing all of your energies towards this individual. So that's actually really nice energy there. Look at this bottom card. We do have an engagement that's being represented here. So yeah, some of you guys recently gotten engaged and or recently married, and things are actually going quite well. And if not, you know, these are certain energies and vibrations that are coming in for Gemini. What else, please? Let's grab one more. Heart-to-heart conversations. Those conversations are very important to you, Gemini. It allows you to truly get to know this person on a whole deeper level. If you guys are going through challenges at this time, part of what can actually heal the situation is by honestly discussing what it is that needs to be addressed for you guys to either fix it or have closure, or whatever it is that you are needing by way of those conversations. Okay, so especially if there are things that you've been wanting to say, but you haven't either had a chance to do so, or there's been some sort of reluctance from either yourself, Gemini, or the other person, or both. You know, it could have been mutual to where you guys might not have been ready to start talking, you know. So that actually is a good segue towards the next segment of this reading, because I wanted to tap into potential dialogue between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Okay, so let's start off with the divine feminine energy using the Twin Flame Messages deck by Mystic Moon, and let's take a look and see what is in the heart space of the divine feminine. What is it that she needs to express to the divine masculine? Let's tap into that and let's start a conversation going here. You don't have to identify with a twin flame connection, Gemini. It's just the name of the card deck, although some of you do. All right, so let's grab some messages here for the divine feminine. What is it that she needs to get off her chest? What is it that she's been possibly afraid to express to the divine masculine, or whoever it is the divine feminine has in mind? This could certainly apply to same-sex relationships as well, you know? So not so gender specific, guys. Take it for however way it makes sense for you. What is it that this person needs to say? I've looked you up online to see what you've been up to. So as I had indicated earlier, the person that you're thinking about for this reading, Gemini, you're more than likely in separation from this individual. So this is part of the energy of the divine feminine. She's looking her divine masculine up online, or her person, whoever it is that the divine feminine, however way you resonate with that, someone's looking someone else up online to see what they've been up to. Let's see what else. Let's grab one more. What else, please, does the divine feminine need to express here? What else needs to come through? Tapping into the energies of the Divine Feminine. Please bring it forward for me, angels. You are an angel. To me, whenever that card comes through, it is, since we are tapping into Divine Feminine energy here, the Divine Feminine is feeling as though the Divine Masculine was a blessing to her. It was a blessing that the Divine Masculine came into her life, and she sees him as an angel. That's actually a really beautiful message, but you know, you guys are in separation at this time, and you're looking him up online. That's what's coming through here. And it's interesting how this is the bottom card, bottom of the deck. I feel safer in the silence. So the Divine Masculine has not heard more than likely from the Divine Feminine because she feels safer by not speaking up at the moment. So rather than opening up those heart-to-heart conversations, my Divine Feminine is choosing to stay silent and just keep tabs on the Divine Masculine from a distance online. That's what's coming through here. All right, so now let's tap into the energies of the Divine Masculine and let's see what is on his mind, okay? And I'm saying in he and she, but it doesn't have to be, guys. Take it for however way it fits your situation, because these messages could certainly be reversed and you don't have to identify with each and every one that comes through. Just take whatever resonates for you and for your situation. All right, so from the Twin Flame Messages Volume 2 by Mystic Moon, this is for the Divine Masculine. Let's take a look and see what is in his headspace, his heart space. What is it that he needs to get off his chest and say to the person that he has in mind? The Divine Feminine, what is it that the Divine Masculine needs to say at this time? Or whoever is identifying with Divine Masculine energy. I'm trying to think of what I want to say to you. Isn't that interesting? Divine Masculine doesn't quite know how to open up the conversation. And that's why this is coming through, because I've got two people here that don't quite know how to get the conversation started. But, you know, y'all both want to start talking, but you just don't know how to get that going. Let's grab some more. What else does I can't speak. What else does the Divine Masculine need to say to the Divine Feminine? Bring it forward, please, angels and spirit guides. What else does the Divine Masculine have to say? You've affected my life significantly. Yeah. So the Divine Masculine is certainly acknowledging the fact that the Divine Feminine has affected his life significantly and for the better. You know, I do feel that the Divine Masculine was greatly impacted by the Divine Feminine's presence in his life, regardless of the fact that you guys are in separation or there's a distance here. You guys changed each other's lives for the better. And look at this bottom of the deck for the Divine Masculine. A lot of signs are pointing to you lately. So these are two people who still care for each other. Clearly, you know, you feel mutually, I feel that you guys believe that you're meant to be, but there are obstacles that are in the way here. We have warnings and that cold energy here, and there is no action at this time. But the love, the affection, it's certainly there. It's certainly there, guys, okay? So energetically, you guys might be tapping into each other's energies from the 5D, even though you guys are in separation at this time. All right. So let's add to this with some signs from Spirit. Love Oracle, once again by Mystic Moon. So let's add to this reading, guys, and let's take a look and see what additional messages need to come through for you, Gemini. Let's see what else needs to come through for you. So angels and spirit guides for Gemini. Please bring it forward for me. What else needs to come through here for my Geminis? What else do we need to know for Gemini, please? Angels and spirit guides. Oh my gosh, look at that. Flame and eternity. For me, this taps into twin flame connections. So you either identify with a soulmate connection or a twin flame connection, but this is certainly coming through for some of you, especially with this meant to be message as a focus. Some of you guys truly feel that this person that you are in separation from more than likely is your twin flame. And should you be given the opportunity to reconcile, this is something that has the potential to last a lifetime. That's what's coming through here. And the bottom card here is cards, which taps into one's fate. So this is a fated connection here, guys. You guys were meant to impact each other's lives in whatever way that this person came into your life, Gemini. And I truly feel that even though you guys are in separation more than likely, they changed you for the better. They turned you into a better person and vice versa. I feel that when you guys connected, it was so good. You know, like this person made you happy, legitimately happy. You didn't have to pretend to be something that you weren't. They loved you for who you were. Every aspect of who you were. You just needed to be you. And I feel that you've had relationships in your life, Gemini, where perhaps you tried to please this person, tried to be something that you weren't. But with this individual, this person that you're meant to be with, they love you for exactly who you are as a person. They are your destiny. So it truly doesn't matter that you guys are not in connection at this time, because at the end of the day, what I'm feeling here is that it's just a matter of time before this universe steps in and allows you guys to reconnect. There is a growing process that is needed here. Perhaps that's part of the warning that's coming through here, because it's not the right time for you guys to reconnect. But I do feel eventually that the potential for you guys to come back into each other's lives, it's here. You know, it will take some time, but just with a little bit of patience, I think you'd be surprised to hear from this person. But I do feel it's either you, Gemini, that wants to reach out, or this person has been wanting to reach out to you. Clearly they're checking you out online, you know, especially my divine feminines. I've looked you up online to see what you've been up to. And I have a divine masculine here that doesn't quite know how to open up the lines of communication here. He's just overwhelmed by it all, I'm feeling, but knows that there's so many signs that he is receiving, letting him know that it's time. It's time to reach out. It's time to express truly what is in his heart for the divine feminine. I truly feel here that there's so much that is still left unsaid between the two of you, Gemini. Perhaps the connection ended abruptly and you didn't have a chance to really say what it is that you wanted to say. Because what I'm feeling here, guys, is that something had happened. It could have been like a tower moment that was unexpected between the two of you. And it was so awesome when you guys were together, but something caused an unexpected upheaval in your connection. You guys were not expecting this to happen. It was almost like the rug was just ripped out from under you, and you weren't expecting to go into separation with this person. Some of you guys entered into this connection by way of a third party. That is what I'm feeling. But interestingly enough, since we do have the Three of Cups in the reverse, I do feel that that third party situation has ended, and perhaps that is what caused you guys to go into separation. I do feel that. All right, guys, so let's add to this with some Lover's Oracle. Let's see what else needs to come through for this reading. Please bring it forward for Gemini, please, angels and spirit guides. What else do we need to know for Gemini at this time? Let me grab that bottom card. Well, we're starting off with reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Wow. So at the end of the day, guys, it may not seem as though there is a potential for reconciliation here, but as long as you trust in the process of what's happening between the two of you, even though it is in the 5D, because I'm feeling that you guys are not in connection at this time, there is no action as indicated by the non-action card. So I don't feel that there is any communication going on here for those of you guys resonating with this, because we do have that cold energy here. There's that empty feeling, a feeling of emptiness between the two of you because you're at a distance. So while you guys are at a distance, it's time for you to do some work on yourself, Gemini, and this person has work to do on themselves as well. Release things, people, relationships, whatever is toxic to you in your life, release it and let it go, because it makes room for better things to come into your life, or for someone that you have in mind to come back into your life. It makes room for things to improve. It makes more room for you to receive. So the space that is being acknowledged here in this reflection card, it's so needed at this time, I'm feeling here, Gemini. It's actually a good thing that you guys are allowing time to heal, for lack of a better word. I do feel that there is healing that is needed here between the two of you, because I do feel when you guys went into separation that it was a painful ending. And what I'm tapping into here as well is that, looking back now, I feel that you wish that it didn't end, but it had to. For whatever reason, it had to. But you've never stopped feeling or thinking that you guys were meant to be. Perhaps you've moved on to other relationships, and perhaps you've compared this person to other relationships you've had since you guys have been in separation, but coming to find out, you know, the grass either wasn't greener, or that nobody could compare to this person that you have in your heart, that has your whole heart. The other card coming through here is trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So just learn to trust, give it over to God, give it over to the universe, so that things can start shifting towards union once again with the person that you have in mind. And as I mentioned earlier, you know, sometimes you have to be in separation from someone in order to truly appreciate what it would mean to have them back in your life. So as I had mentioned earlier, and I'm guided to do this, I still feel that there are still unexpected words and emotions and feelings that need to be expressed here. So I'm going to do that. So let's use the Twin Flame Soulmate Unspoken Messages deck by Fire Witch Tarot. So I'm tapping into, let's tap into Divine Feminine energy with this, because I feel that the Divine Feminine still has something else that needs to come through here. You know, even though it does say that the Divine Feminine feels safer in the silence, I really feel that there's something else that needs to be expressed here. Let's take a look and see what else the Divine Feminine needs to express. These are unspoken messages, guys. These have not been spoken. This is something that's in the divine feminine's heart space that is being hidden or just concealed. Yeah, see? Please reach out. She wants the divine masculine to reach out. She's waiting. She's waiting. But, you know, he's coming through saying, I'm trying to think of what to say to you. So he wants to reach out, but right now he needs time and space to figure out exactly what he wants to say here. All right, so let's grab one from the Volume 2 Unspoken Messages. Tapping into now from the divine masculine aspect of things and how the divine masculine is feeling, because I really feel here, guys, there's something else that needs to be expressed here. All right, so angels and spirit guides for Gemini, for my divine masculine, what words, thoughts, feelings, emotions need to come through here, because there's something else. I feel it. There's something else that needs to be expressed here, guys. What does the divine masculine have to say? What else? I know that there's something else here. What else do you need to say? Oh, wow. That might be hard to read on camera, but it says, I'm struggling to fight the dark forces that are keeping me from you. That's crazy. Perhaps that's part of that warning energy that's coming through here. Perhaps that's contributing to this cold energy as well. I have a divine masculine that is struggling to fight the dark forces. And it's those dark forces that are keeping the divine masculine from the divine feminine. Wow. For some of you guys, that might make total sense. Something is keeping the divine masculine away at the moment. But boy, does the divine feminine want the divine masculine to reach out. And as I had mentioned, you know, he's just not quite sure how to open up those lines of communication here. So rather than saying anything at all, he's just keeping silent as well. But this is a fated union, guys. More than likely a twin flame connection that is being represented by this flame eternity card here. You have a lot of love for this person, Gemini, and they have a lot of love for you. So if you truly believe and trust in the connection and that it feels intensely strong here, it's just a matter of time before you guys ultimately reconnect, I'm feeling. There are things that need to be released. That's first and foremost. That's a part of the warning that's coming through here. Whether it is people or behaviors or third parties, whatever needs to be released, I feel for every Gemini tuning in, you know exactly what it is that you need to get rid of in order to make room in your life for better. And part of that better is, for some of you, a reconciliation with the person that you are meant to be with. Especially for my divine masculines, your divine feminine is just waiting, just waiting. She can't wait for you to reach out. She can't wait to hear your voice. She can't wait to get that text. She can't wait to hear her phone ring. She wants so badly to hear from you. And I really feel, guys, it's just a matter of time before that happens. Heart-to-heart conversations, I feel, are going to be very healing for this connection. When it's time. Right now is not the right time. It has to go through its journey and its process and its healing process. And I do feel once that happens, it'll be much easier for the divine masculine to reach out to the divine feminine. And there's a lot that needs to be expressed here, because there's so much love here still between two people. I feel it so strongly here that you guys still love each other. All right, so let's close out this reading, guys, with some answers, okay? So if there is a particular question, Gemini, that you have in mind for this reading, now's the time to focus, stay focused, and ask your question. And hopefully I'll be able to tap into that. You don't have to resonate with each and every angel answer that comes through here. Take it for however way it makes sense for you. So let's take a look and see if it comes through here. And perhaps these are just answers that the angels feel you need to be made aware of at this time, Gemini. Okay? For some of you, the answer is no. Take that no for however way it makes sense for you. It doesn't necessarily have to be a negative no. Sometimes a no answer is a blessing. You know, I've had readings from people where they're like, does this person hate me? Have they stopped loving me? And the answer is no. Okay, so it doesn't have to be a bad no. Take it for however way it makes sense. What else, please, for Gemini? What other answers need to come through at this time for Gemini, please? Here we go again, guys. A second reference. Look at that. Okay, the angels are coming through for you twice to let you know that you need to trust. Trust, because there's a larger thing that's happening behind the scenes that you are not even aware of at this time. So just trust in the process of where your life is, of where your love life is at the moment. I have a feeling that eventually you will be put on the right path, Gemini. And look at this bottom card here, guys. We now have a yes answer. So we have a no, we have a yes. Perhaps part of the reason why that's coming through in that order, you know, is because you might not be trusting in the process of what's happening in your life at the moment. It's like 1 second you're feeling like, oh God, no, it's never going to happen. Oh yes, it is. I believe it will. You know, so if you're kind of torn as to the direction that a particular issue or challenge is happening in your life right now, it doesn't just have to be in regard to your love life. It could be any aspect of your life that is being challenged at the moment, you know? So if you're feeling torn or overwhelmed, you know, you got to just trust that the angels have your back, that the universe has your back, your friends, your loved ones, those that truly matter are there for you. And you have to trust that you are being well cared for, that you will be placed on the right path that you are meant to be on, Gemini, okay? That's crucial, because that did come through twice in this reading, that you have to trust. There's that inner knowing, you know, just knowing that, especially in regard to your romantic life, follow your gut, follow your instincts, and know, especially those of you guys who are truly tapping into the energies of this card, meant to be. People who are meant to be will find their way back into each other's lives. I truly feel that. So just hold on tight to your faith that ultimately everything is going to work itself out. All right, Gemini. So that's where I'm going to leave this reading, guys. I hope that it benefited you somehow. If you're interested in a private reading, that information is down below in the description box, and I will be back very soon with more readings for you. Thank you so much, Gemini. See you next time. Bye-bye.